So I'm guessing this is your like ID number in the courtroom?
Yeah, this is my bar number for the state. I always knew I wanted to be a public defender before I knew what a public defender was. I used to always get harassed by the police, and I said, I want to be somebody that prevents people from doing this. I love my job, I love my work, I love my clients, but there are things that I hate. I hate how this country treats poor people. I hate how individuals treat poor people. And so that's my hate that keeps me fighting. And I just like to fight. Like, I've always been a fighter. It just so happens this is the fight I'm in. I listen to the theme of Rocky before every trial, get a little cranked up and just get ready to go. When they say the state of Georgia versus Joe Blow, I look at it like, you gotta get through me to get to Joe Blow. The state repeatedly in their opening statement found it important to tell you that this is not a serious case, but it has serious consequences. Serious consequences for that young man. They might call us liberals or progressives or whatever, but what I call us is true believers. And I call a true believer somebody who is really down for this PD work. They chose to be here. I feel severely the amount of time and the people's freedoms that is on my shoulders every day. And so I work 7 days a week, but just knowing that, you know, in a given case, if I don't do all I need to do, somebody's gonna go to prison. I think about that every case.
Mr. Cassidy, having been found guilty of possession of crack cocaine, this court sentences you to 16 years, and pursuant to the second subsequent offender statute, doubles that sentence to 32 years.
When you take someone who's 25 years old and you give them 20 human beings and say these people's lives are in your hands, right? Go figure out how to save them, boy, that can age you pretty quickly.
What this program is so much about is recruiting young, eager lawyers that want to join the struggle, giving them the kind of training you need to think about how to deal with some really difficult challenges, and giving you support so you can do it.
The greatest civil rights abuses that are happening today are happening to poor people and people of color in the criminal justice system. And they're happening because we can't afford to give them lawyers who can ensure that their rights, their civil rights, their human rights are protected in the criminal justice system. I think what makes the South exceptional is that there tends to be a very high concentration of broken criminal justice systems. It's a system that sends a message to every public defender about the way they're supposed to practice. If you want to survive in this system, you can't fight judges every day to try to force them to do what's right. You have to get along to make this system work. What our public defenders are doing is they are saying, we're going to change the world one person at a time. Those lawyers are doing civil rights work. Most of them, their names will be forgotten, but their legacy is going to be a criminal justice system that we all know every person deserves.
What's going on, fellas? This is a cause. This is a cause, this is a calling, this is all that. And either this is your cause or this ain't.